What's up, Cricket Rockstar Nation? Welcome back to the Cricket Rockstar Show. I hope you guys are all in good health and are doing very well out there. Tonight, we are breaking down the 22nd match of the 2026 Tata IPL, where the Chennai Super Kings, who had lost its first 3 matches to start the season for the first time in history, have now started to find its groove in its 2026 campaign. This time, they defeated the Kolkata Knight Riders that is still looking for answers in how to find their first victory of the campaign by 32 runs. CSK posted a massive 192 for the loss of 5, courtesy Sanju Samson, who top scored with 48 of 32 deliveries, and he was well supported by the youngster in Ayush Machartre, who made 38 of 17 deliveries. And not only he set the tone, but played with no aggressive fare. He was absolutely blitzing the Knight Riders bowlers like if they were a second division premiership team. Don't forget Diwal Brevis, who added a solid 41 on his return to the team after missing the first few matches with injury. Those guys made sure that the total was out of reach for the Knight Riders. Speaking of the Kolkata Knight Riders, their bowling was mixed bag. Sunil Narine, the always usual economic self. He had figures, or should I say, he was their leading wicket taker for the night with economical figures of 1 wicket for 21. As for the rest of the bowling attack, as usual, just like the last few games, they have struggled to contain that middle order surge. When it came down to the run chase in pursuit of the 192 for victory, the Knight Riders just couldn't catch a break or momentum, to say the least. They did finish on 160 for 7, but if you see that middle order, they were a disappointment once again. Not just the top order alone, the entire middle order. They wasn't playing the modern approach. Noor Ahmad, the Afghanistani wrist spinner, was absolutely magical with the ball tonight, with figures of 3 for 21 from his 4 overs. And if I be honest with you, I would have given him the Player of the Match award rather than the skipper, or should I say rather than, how should I say it? He had figures of 3 for 21, and if I was the adjudicators myself, he would have gotten Player of the Match in any ways. No question about it, because we have always said in the past, bowlers do win matches all the time in T20 cricket, because when you're defending big totals or modest totals, the spinners themselves always has to get in the game. We've seen it happen over and over. The Knight Riders, they tried a weird opening combination with Narine and Finn Allen, and I have said this over and over. Sunil Narine is not no opener. It has worked out successfully in the past when Gambhir was captain and then mentor in 2024. Ever since he has left, in my honest opinion, Narine wasn't the same opener like he was 9-10 years back when they tried him out at the top of the order. And speaking of that combination, that did not work out at all. Then to this guy who bats down the order, who I find should be batting higher up in the order, Ramandeep Singh, the Punjab all-rounder. He fought hard for his 31, batting way down the order at number 8. And as usual, not just Finn Allen, who failed again. Cameron Green has been an absolute no-show and a failure throughout this campaign so far. He was out for a golden quack, which is a golden duck. And then too, they're even misusing Rovman Powell down the order. You see him, Ramandeep Singh, these guys need to come up the order. And then when would you give guys like Tim Seifert and Rachin Ravindra a game, and this other youngster who's sitting on the bench? What is the sense of keeping these big guns on the bench when your main guys like the Green and the others failing to perform? Then Rahane too himself has been a no-show again, just like last year. Guys like Ramandeep and Rovman Powell need to be batting higher up the order. If they're getting runs down the order, why don't you try them higher up in the middle order? And it would work out successfully. Yet again, the same tactics which has been backfiring quite badly in the last few games has once again been an absolute failure. One bit. Not one, not twice, not once, not twice, not 3 times. This is the 4th failure the Knight Riders has had. The 5th one against Punjab, they were lucky to get away because of the rain. Let me share my 2 cents on this, guys. To see my 2 favorite teams, the Chennai Super Kings and the Kolkata Knight Riders, at the bottom of the table is a complete annihilation. But I am going to give the CSK team a bye, because they're starting to find its rhythm at last, although I wasn't impressed with the way how they played in the first 3 games. But it's good to see that CSK is finally finding the right combination. But the big question that everybody, every single cricket fan in India wants to ask, and globally, when Dhoni comes back, does the extra bowler misses out, or will MSD just be used as an impact player? Because Samson is doing well behind the stumps. All the other youngsters are picking. My question is, what was the sense of retaining Dhoni when another guy could have gotten an opportunity, or should I say when another youngster deserves the big bucks? As for the Knight Riders, it's an absolute travesty of a mess. Ajinkya Rahani's captaincy has been pure disappointment once more, and I just don't understand why is he playing the shortest format of the game, especially at this age of 36, 37. He was good as test captain in the absence of Virat Kohli when he was MIA, which is missing in action. Tim Southee, on the other hand, he's rubbish as a bowling coach. He's horrible. Just like when Brendan McCullum brought him on as bowling coach for the England test team just before the Ashes, and then snuck off to Dubai for some Legends League tournament in the middle of last year's Ashes, which was an absolute failure. I'm not going to use the other F word because it's obscene. And then to Abhishek Sharma. What is the sense of having Abhishek Sharma as head coach? I never liked him as a coach first to begin with 4 years ago. Remember the 2022 Caribbean Premier League where the Trinbago Knight Riders, the Trinidad and Tobago franchise, finished dead last, and he was sacked after that. Why it is the Knight Riders continue to do all this foolishness themselves? They need to make drastic changes, or they will have yet another campaign which they will end up dead last and miss out on yet another playoff campaign. They have no victories, 4 defeats, and 1 no result, which was against Punjab. While on the other hand, Super Kings are peaking just at the right time. But at some stage, Chennai themselves are going to have a bit of a selection dilemma somewhere along the line. Let me know what you all think of the CSK KKR match in the comment section below. Tomorrow, RCB faces Lucknow Super Giants at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. And RCB, we all know they have the home court crowd advantage. And their top order has been absolutely deadly dangerous in the last couple of games they have played. As for the Super Giants, they have a very balanced bowling attack that might be able to use those variations to grip the service on a Chinnaswamy pitch that can go either way. Most of the times it has been flat. Sometimes the bowlers would come into effect. And it would definitely be a battle between the Royal Challengers Bengaluru batters and the Lucknow Super Giants bowlers. And in my own opinion, this is my take, I do expect to see a high-scoring affair. That's going to do it for this video, folks. Remember to like, share, and follow me on all of my social media platforms. And until then, my dear friends, familia, followers, and those who follow me, please, and I beg you all to do this, always check in with your family, friends, relatives, and colleagues to see if they're doing okay. And let's make the world a better place and keep it peaceful. Bye-bye for now.